Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
We're done with the semis, ladies and gentlemen, and we are here for the finals. Today, it's going to be the upper brackets for the eSports Showdown Series Season 3 Valorant, powered by Crucial by Micron, with our GP partners Zotac Gaming and our media partners Gossip.gg. Your boy Aggressive is here on your side once again with the Zora. And good God, yesterday's matches, it was quite interesting to say the very least, but we had to say goodbye to Zero Frags in the first initial match in the Zora. Tell me about what happened in the second game, because unfortunately, I was not able to be there.
Second game was pretty down the same, 2-0 all across. I mean, all the games are ending in such a fashion, such a tone. But the second game, the way the entire team of Amigos eSports played, I mean, there were some rounds here and there which they lost, but the way they recovered throughout, it was amazing. This is the entire tournament format and the gist as well onto what just happened yesterday, Aggressive. But yeah, talking about the top 4 teams, I mean, they are heading off towards the grand finale. Today, we're going to get that decision. We're going to get that decider on to who's going to head towards the grand finale. The first ticket. Who is it going to be taking the one reaching towards the finals, man? It's going to be super exciting. But one name, was it going to be, Aggie?
We don't know just yet, and I'm not going to be calling anything as well. Because Valorant's just one of those kind of games that you can never really make a proper prediction on. We've seen it in the past as well. We predict one particular team and an underdog just shows up. I have absolutely nowhere to take the turn. One like INR is on the line. So every team is going to be gunning for it. 50K for the first place prize. That is what all of these players are fighting for. Yes, you do get the second and third place, but that's not where the real money is at. But overall, after yesterday's matchups, I do believe that today's one might be following the same boat, but at the same time, it could not. It will be Niory eSports, one of our home crowd favorites, I would say, going up against Team Intensity. Now, Team Intensity, I haven't really seen them play just yet, and I'm pretty sure the audience hasn't as well. Likewise. So we're just going to need to wait and see, because 69G is on this team, the #1 position on our current leaderboard. So if he's going to be able to bring in the heat for this particular matchup, Niory eSports, they have something for you.
Oh, it's going to be fun to see what's going to happen, and you can see the entire gist of what happened yesterday as well. Amigos eSports, and they have already won against Ace Academy. It was a beautiful game, 2-0, old-fashioned, old school. Citadel guys versus Amigos eSports. A fun competition, nonetheless. The most important part is the upper bracket finals. The first ticket, it'll be heading towards the grand finale, and the second ticket will be towards the lower bracket finals. So that's one of the most interesting things moving further. Level up leaderboard is looking pretty nice and dandy, but I believe the players of Zero Frags are going to be dethroned real soon, because I'm Batman, Summer Lion game anymore.
Yeah, these players have played their hearts out throughout the entire tournament, but just wasn't enough at the end of the day, was it? Their performances individually were incredible. Zero Frags pulled up an incredible amount of frags in good numbers. Plus, their clutches were insane, but that's the thing. Their clutches kind of end when it came to that defensive side. Their attack, lackluster at the best. Hopefully, that's not going to be the case today for either one of these teams. We know how good members of Niory are, but will Team Intensity be able to match, no puns intended, that similar level of intensity being showcased by the members of Niory? Looking at the overall agent selections, it's not that big of a surprise either that the most popular compositions are being played on almost every single. 69G, as I said in front of your screen, ladies and gentlemen, the leader of the top 4 players here. But Simple, still being in it, and Elite as well. A lot of players that we need to really look out for going into this entire tournament. These individuals are here to tear up the circle.
Oh, I want to see how the entire competition goes further. Simple, Elite, we did see them play several guys. We're soon going to witness them real soon, which is going to be tomorrow. But today, I want to find out what's going to happen. 69G, he's sitting there comfortably, having 3 MVPs already onto his name. But will it be there for a longer time? Because Niory eSports, they're not new to this game. They are the underdogs. We all know what potential they hold, the amount of assault players they have, the fragging potential they have. It's lethal, man. I'm hoping that Intensity Esports is ready for today. And as we can see, the map veto, it speaks volumes. Lotus being the first map looks super interesting, but again, it's like the old pellet of eating the same platter of food, same style. It's like Lotus first, then comes Bind, and then Ascend. It's just like one map change from yesterday's second game. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, Lotus and Ascend being the topmost favorite for competitive teams is what not really a lot of people expected, I would say, for Lotus in particular, because I'm just going to say it again. Lotus was publicly hated. No one really liked it. Now it's a home ground favorite, just similar to Haven. It feels like 3-sided maps is something that Valorant players like for some reason. They hated at the very beginning. I still remember Haven was the most hated map when Valorant first came out. And then everyone started to adore it and love it. Because of that strategic diversity, you can play so many different agents on this particular map. Cypher is really good here. Killjoy is really good. Deadlock is possibly the most sleeper pickup that a lot of teams have yet to stumble upon. Euro can be applicable here as well if you have the proper skill set. Oh, Raid is incredible. Almost every initiator is usable other than Sky on this particular map. That's what makes this map so
aggressive. About that, you said Deadlock, right? I mean, yesterday we saw a Deadlock gameplay coming forward. It was a dual Sentinel pick by Ace Academy, and they lost it.
If you're going for a double Sentinel composition, of course the Deadlock's are a stronger one.
Yeah.
As I said, the character is really strong, but the playstyle revolving around the character needs to be adapted in a much more of a better tone. Like, think of the Chinese region. If I remember, the Dragons, if I recall, I don't remember their name exactly, TE or something. They always implemented that Deadlock into their strategies for Lotus. That particular team is one of the pioneers of this particular strategy, and a lot of the other regions have seen the Chinese region use this and are trying to adopt it into their own strats, because Lotus becomes a lot easier when you have that Deadlock on your team for one reason: the Gravnet. The Gravnet's radius is so big, if anyone is playing on the outside of A, they will instantly get caught up by the Gravnet, even if they're trying to TP in, because it's so instantaneous.
I mean, fair enough. We could not see the maximum potential of the agent in the previous day. And like you mentioned, like we also mentioned on stream, that the dual, no, initiate, oh, no, not initiator. What's up with Caramel's camera, by the way? Why is it upside down?
Man's
What's
living
going
in the upside
on?
down.
All right, yeah, he's living in. He's had the strangest things going on there. So yeah, I was at the part where the dual sentinel setup, which was going on yesterday, did not give them the maximum fruit. They brought in the KG as well. KG was managing the entire site by the lonesome B and C both. But again, yeah, the GravNet, we could not see that being popped up way too much. The utility usage from Ace Academy was way less. But moving forward in this map of Lotus, it's of course Intensity versus Niory Esports, and they're prepared for this bout. They're prepared for it. And I believe the agents have been selected as well.
We're gonna be jumping into the game soon, ladies and gentlemen. It's kind of nice to have a little bit of a crowd around you from time to time whenever you're playing in a tournament. It just gives you that edge, I would say, in a way that, hey, people are watching you, so you tend to get nervous, but you're always, prepped up and ready to take a lot of fights early on. The smiles are present too. I think that Mr. Deagle's more than happy going into this one.
Yeah, he
Team
is.
morale is very important, and team intensity, they're living in the moment.
For sure, they're living in the moment, and smiles all across, man. It's a really, really good atmosphere there. Every single one of them smiling and getting prepped up for this game. It's going to be super intense. They all know that it's against Niory Esports, and Caramel, I believe, today the way his camera placement has been, that he's already gone towards the bottom side and he's like all prepared and amped up. He's like, call me to hell, call me to heaven, I'm gonna still beat you guys fair and square. So 2-0, I believe, is one of the hopes and expectations of Niory Esports, but it's up to Intensity Esports to live up to the dream and bring a 2-1 or the deciding map, at least at the bare minimum. So super excited, super pumped, aggressive. 2-0, 2-1. Pick a side.
Statistically, it should be a 2-0 in favor. Because the numbers are in their favor. Think about it. No, it's the numbers talking. Come on. I believe in mathematics.
Right.
I'm pretty sure you do as well. We've seen the stats. Niory just outclassed them in every way when it comes down to their experience. I'm going to say it again. It's just the experience that outclasses them, not the talent. On the other side, I will say that players like AD 69G, Mr. Deagle, Diamond City, they have proved their time and time again that they are star players as individuals. Team intensity, now that this new roster has come through, these players are playing together. Now they've been given a lot more time to practice, and maybe they will prove us differently. We do not have proper statistics on this team, similar to what we have on Niory. Here is where they make their debut on stream to prove up against a roster that has been proven time and time again to be the very best.
Yep. Hopefully that they can prove something today. I'm believing that I'm going to choose a side of 2-1. Regardless of the entire statistics fact, I just want to see a third map, man. Come on, it's about time. Intensity, you bring in the heat, and Niory Esports, you can bring in the fire as well. It's going to be super exciting and super fun onto what's going to happen. But looking at the composition, Niory Esports, they have chosen a dual controller setup. On the other corner, it is a dual initiator. So intensity, it's a good combination, man. This is what we were talking about, right? Earlier time itself in the map of Lotus, aggressive. Getting Gecko alongside Fade, a good combination, does a lot of damage. And Caramel, for now, he's perfect. He's looking good.
It's just chill out now, isn't it? Caramel, now that he's back into the proper world, you can tell that all of them are just sitting in a boot camp together as well. That brings up the morale even further. Salon's just the only one who...
3 people are sitting in the boot camp. Oh, it's all 4.
No, I think that's for all 4. It's only Ceylon. He's gonna get there eventually. Don't worry about it.
He's gonna get there. But talk about something about Kishi, man. Kishi has been one of the star players. Did a lot of heavy lifting in the previous couple of days and brought in multiple rounds for the team. So this man, we have to see whether today also is going to be the same performance day, or is it going to be a potato day for him?
We'll just have to wait and see. Kishi's performances really depend on how warmed up he is. Map number 1, he's a little bit quiet, but as soon as map number 2 rolls around and he understands how his opponents play, he turns up the heat. This is one of his best maps, I would say. Kishi was performing incredible on the map of Lotus. So heading on in towards the game, he should be able to do it again.
Okay, 69G. I see what you have done there. He was the ex-champion of one of the other games. So he has flexed it up right at the back. So that's one of the greatest things. I mean, same IP itself from the esports club. So, you know, lot many titles, different games. You all can have fun. But right now we are gonna have fun in the map of Valorant. Super exciting. I'm just waiting for Lotus to even start, man.
Gonna need to wait and see. A little bit of technical problems overall, but jumping on down over into the game, we do see that the teddy bears are here, mourning the death of one of their own. The older sister just at the back. 69G was or is having, sorry, a little bit of technical difficulties coming out from his
Yeah,
end.
he
Hopefully, he
is.
can jump on back into his server. But overall, let's talk about the composition. This is the comp that I was talking to you about yesterday. You can tell that the double initiator composition that they're running with the Gecko and the Fade, it
Mm-hmm.
has its own strengths. What is its biggest strength? The breakable utility. There are so many things that you need to break when you have these two agents on the team that they can certainly overwhelm your opponents. And in this double controller setup, if you have a lot of breakable utility, let's talk it in this sense. You throw your Fate Prowler, and then you
Uh-huh.
immediately throw a Dizzy into the sky, plus you had a
Hmm.
Wingman crossing out, and then your players can peek into it. There are three different things that your opponents need to break. Basically, meaning that, hey, I can take a swing with my team, and I am guaranteed to have an advantage and turn a duel from a 50-50 into an almost 70-30 duel where I am guaranteed to win unless my opponent hits the flick. And hitting flicks is so
Fun.
inconsistent that statistically you will always be favored to win that fight.
I mean, I completely understand the entire situation, but here's the thing, right? You throwing Dizzy, throwing Wingman at the same time, I don't think so it's going to be possible, man. It is going to be at least some time that 69G needs to process the entire thing. So hopefully the Legion can go ahead and step up as well. The dual initiator composition, which has been chosen by them, is going to be super fruitful. But on the other corner, Caramel, I believe he's going to linger around towards site A way too much. One wall down and straight. It's going to dissect the entire tree region. The rotating doors will give a lot of insight onto what's going on to the opponents, which is intensity. But that all might be a ruse. So that's one of the crucial things which Caramel is bringing into this game. And I'm hoping that we can see that quite often.
In a way, I love that Viper wall, Azora.
I love that.
Just because
Yeah,
it's just a conditioning wall. On the
it
attack, the
is.
Viper doesn't really have a lot of things that she can do with that particular wall, and that's why it's placed towards A. It's a beautiful conditioning wall for two reasons. First of all, it prevents any of the defenders from knowing what's exactly happening towards the A lobby region. It
Precise.
cuts off A lobby completely, and if players are pushing in towards rubble, that position also cuts off any players that could be helping in from staircase or from the breakable door. It's such a beautiful wall for you to take control of A if you play your cards just right, because you're forcing defenders to take over rubber control to even have any form of information on what's going on there. You
Hmm.
put that wall up early in the round, you possibly make a little bit of noise and throw a bit of utility, and players on the defense are probably going to think that there's a good chance someone is waiting outside for me or waiting outside rubble. That's why Cypher started to see a lot more play on this map compared to the Killjoy, because the Cypher, if you place a camera on the direct side of rubble, can be used to just check the entirety of that position and catch any players who are trying to walk a little bit too further forward from that, using that Viper wall for a possible lurk.
Fair enough. Fair enough. In short, Caramel is gonna wreak havoc inside here, guys.
True.
And I'm hoping that it's gonna work out. It's just that the team needs to play their cards right. Other than that, intensity, I believe that they know about this gameplay way too much. It's never gonna be like, all right, the wall is already up towards site A, so they're not gonna be aware of all of that. Nope. They're all gonna be prepared, but it's all about that trade game that they can initiate right off the bat. If it's going to be an even Steven trade, then it's all fine, it's all nice. But again, if Niory Esports has a man count advantage, then they can always pivot around towards multiple sides. And we have seen that happen multiple times as well, especially in the map of Lotus, is where they get activated. Previously, I could see a scoreline of what, 13-11. That was way too close. But other than that, they have not given any other team the opportunity to even get a single map against them. So that's one of the records which they have set straight till now. And same goes with intensity as well. So, battle and the clash of the Titans.
Yep. We're just gonna have to wait and see how this one's gonna play out. The player is still gunning to get themselves back in towards the server just yet. Only 69G's problems of connectivity has been fixed. Yep, he's back on camera, so he's gonna be jumping in towards the game at any moment, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry about that. We do sound like broken records, but Zara, honestly, I think the game starting is what we really need. We can do a lot of speculations, but
Of course.
unless we know how the members of 69G are feeling jumping in towards the game, I don't think we can even quantify what kind of strategies either team will be using.
Wow. The baby bear is telling, this is how you get food. Guys, gather around. An elephant is going to teach you how to shoot.
What?
I'm just spinning some stories, man. I'm just waiting for the game to start. Come on, you and I both are doing the same thing. But I'm just making a story in my head. It seems like the probable story here.
I thought that the bear was trying to brainwash everyone and try to feed them
Wow.
propaganda.
See?
I always thought that he was trying to sell some kind of propaganda and brainwash
No.
everyone.
No, that's not the case. Do you not know the lore? Man, come
Which
on.
lore? Wait. What kind of lore are you
Yeah,
talking
now
about?
you're feeling the FOMO, right? It's all right. It's the pistol round which will sing a lot of symphonies for both the sides. Let's see how things are going to go down. Niory Esports versus Intensity. And for the first time, I can see that the entire train, the choo-choo train, is heading towards side A.
First initial hit towards the A side, though. They're taking their sweet time to go into this. Breakable door opened up as well. They have a good chunk of control. Niory, they're in prime positions to go anywhere that they want to. A little bit of damage over towards the side of Doctor. If he's able to take out this turret without dying, that will be paramount to its team's success. He's able to do it, and he's able to find a kill out of it too. 69G out in the open. What are you doing there, buddy? He's gonna get caught out. Caramel in good positions. He's gonna be able to get the second. Salon with another.
Oh,
And
it
intensity.
already feels like
Caught with the pants down. What just happened?
Intensity is completely dumbfounded to what just happened to them. But it's a post-plan scenario all the way towards side C. Legion for now, he did try to go ahead, get a big name onto himself, Caramel. Unfortunately, he's gone, but the work is done.
Ouch. And slight damage, but I guess it's okay because Kishi's there to clean things up. Legion with another one. Trying to maybe find a kill, but even that's not going to be the case. Kishi with his own double fires things up in the right fashion. His intensity, a little bit, I would say a slow start for them, but now that they understand the pacing of Niory, they need to play a little bit faster.
Of course. I mean, I believe there has been some kind of issues there. That's the reason the defenders have taken a timeout. Intensity calling in those timeouts way too early. Fixing those issues are going to be one of the key factors for them. Because 69G, man, the way he has been playing 3 times already, being in the podium, finishing first is, very vital. And for the entire team, for him to pop off is one of the crucial things. So hoping that he's going to be back into the server once again into this fray. It's the hopes of Intensity is all on him. The previous round, my oh my, aggressive. It was like a slaughter fest. And Niory Esports, well, with 4-man squad, they got a post-plan scenario alongside a complete wipe. So kudos to them. They have the bonus for the next following round.
Absolutely. Good guns going into it too, with not really a lot of deaths, which is a big thing. I talk about Lotus being one of those maps that really revolves around you getting those ultimate orbs ready. all the time and making sure that you feed your Rays as many kills as you possibly can. These 2 rounds are crucial. This is technically what we call the paper X strategy. And because of the way that because of the speed at which the race comes on with that ultimate, you can snowball a lot of rounds out of control if the race is able to find constant value. Yesterday on Little Guys' team, that's exactly what we saw. Elite getting that race ult constantly over and over again every 3 rounds, just snowball their lead out of control in every turn. But this time around, I don't think they even need the raise because Doxer, he's getting the frags instead and making sure his lockdown comes online even quicker. Good start.
It's open. C is all open. And look at the way Kishi alongside Caramel, they were selling this fake. C side wide open. The execution is gonna go down any second, any moment. Dogs are for now making things sure that the corners are gonna be clear and nice. Legion for now. He's constantly doing a lot of damage. Panda, unfortunately, the smoke is all out. And right now the team is thinking about repositioning themselves. That's where Caramel chimes in.
So low.
He's very low.
30 seconds left.
You can't no longer take that fight. That's a good amount of damage already being given. This is no longer a bonus. They need to worry about the weapon that's waiting for them on the opposite side of the smoke. If this goes into the hands of the defenders, they have such a good chance of winning this round here, Azora. Anything is possible. Doxer, first in the line of contact. And Legion, is he ready for the defense?
10 seconds left.
Right click. Oh! Ceylon! Wow. That was a good spray. Instantly understood the gravity of the situation, but right now it just seems like nothing is happening. Mr. Deagle did manage to go ahead for a no scope, and he's still doing his due diligence.
Nice try.
Salon could go ahead and launch one shot onto the head, but ultimately the trade has been taken. Mr. Deagle bringing the first for the team. And what a beautiful round, man. A thrifty round nonetheless. This is where the entire thing just started. Man count disadvantage for intensity, but later on Mr. Deagle understood that these endeavors moving in towards Site A, understanding what the situation is looking like, just costed them a lot.
I do not know why Kishi and Caramel even wanted to go in for a push on that A side.
Yeah, they should have just
You
come in.
already had your first pick on C. What does that mean? If they're pushing in towards C, there's a pretty decent stack towards the A side. Why the hell would anyone push C otherwise? They overthought the situation by a mile, and now weapons not really being in the best of shape here. Doxer did opt to go in for a little bit of a hero buy. He's going to try to cycle this Vandal with his teammates as much as he possibly can if he does die here. For intensity, this is their advantage going into this fight.
Oh! My god. The moment he sees the head, he pops it right off. Legion going for the trade, and this trade is good. It's beneficial. No more smokes for Niory eSports. Mr. Deagle for now looking very solid. Concrete towards side C alongside Gecko. So it's a good combination. Getting the insight as well onto where the players can be with the Dizzy. But it's all the way towards side A yet again. Caramel, he needs to make his way, take up the wall, and block some early information.
Good ultimate coming out too.
30
Salon.
seconds left. Where are you?
That's why this ultimate is so crucial. Even when it comes down to these eco rounds, it demands so much presence that you have to give the space away. Being able to get that plant down is pretty huge for the members of Niory, but to invest that showstopper here already, they are banking on the fact that they can guarantee this round, because that is a massive investment going into this.
Seize.
The C's
That was a beautiful
able to
one.
give them a good amount of information. Miss shots. You don't want to be in this scenario. Doxer causing all of the damage, and Kishi with a fast flick just shuts him down and brings them back down to earth. Diamond City now up to the plate to try and bring this one back. Yeoman down at the bottom, and Doxer with a fast swing shuts everything down. 1-2 as the investment of the showstopper gave them value, and Niory, they take the round back. A blow for blow for their team.
Well, if this is going to be the scenario, I believe that Niory eSports should not go for a buy at all. They should go for a semi-buy or a hero Vandal for making things perfect for them. Because what a round that was, the previous one itself. Heads popping all across, and the ultimate at the right time. Ceylon just playing absolute perfect here. The race plays, it is counting a lot. Might have been fumbled that blast back, but other than that, things are going good.
Let's start here for them. But AK Demon waiting on the opposite side of this one. Goes to the angle. Doxer is waiting for that first bit of contact here to try and go in for this fight. I like this fact that Doxer, half the time, he's never really alone for any of these duels. He has one of the initiators with him to bring in value. Panda, beautiful for the first kill, understanding that the split is so necessary. Goes in for the multiple. And AK Demon not even expecting it. And Doxer,
No loss at all.
what
Wow.
a good one today. Good lord. That is Niory eSports for you, ladies and gentlemen. 1-3.
They're banking all the money. They're banking it up. Mr. Deagle forced to bring in the operator. Oh boy. I believe it's gonna be towards C-Long itself. Hoping for the players to peek here and there. But unfortunately, I've seen many teams just go ahead, pre-fire that spot. Mr. Deagle might be in a very tough situation. So hopefully the entire team understands and they can reunite very soon. But for now, there comes the A-Train yet again. And all of those paranoias just making the players go back to wherever they came from. Diamond City, for now, he has gotten a really good frag onto Panda. That's a big early loss. Kishi, he's already amped up. Gets a
Nice.
second. Diamond City, he's constantly shutting down majority of the players. Caramel this time. The dual controller
Spike
setup,
down
which
A.
Niory eSports brought, is already
Enemy
gone.
remaining.
Good shot coming out from Legion as well. And now, Clutch Minister for the side of Niory. It's his turn to shine. Doxer, he's been performing beautifully out here today. The peak was gorgeous. He crouched under the bullets here, Legion. Still a problem, and he has no idea that Mr. Deagle has an op in his hands. That op made no noise going into this. Doxer, he needs to be ready for this fight, and one missed bullet could just be the problem. Opting for a little bit of a flank here, Mr. Deagle. Timing is key for him. He has the perfect angle and the trigger discipline to make it work. 2-3. His intensity, they're back in towards this round, and Mr. Deagle with this operator. I'm telling you, if Doxer knew that he had an op, he would not have checked towards the flank because no one would ever flank that
He wouldn't
position with
have.
an operator.
That's the thing, right? When you have the operator, you play very calm. You're just gonna stay towards those angles. You know the spike is outside, fallen in the open, and that's where you bait out the opponent to move in, give him the safe space, make him feel that, you know what, it's all good, you can go ahead, get the spike. But nope, that's where everything hits to the ceiling. Mr. Deagle, yet again, Seaside, be completely fortified. He did not throw any of his utility. Yeah, he hasn't bought it itself. Only one nanoswarm to work things around with. Okay. He has saved a lot of money there.
Ooh,
That was a good
confidence
shot
on
and a
this
half.
one. He's looking for even more. Holding on to the angle, does get spotted out and forced back as well because of the Nightfall. They have the Seaside to play with, and because of the Omen no longer being in this precarious situation, Doxer needs to maybe try to equalize things out with Diamond City. Real noise, smoke coming through from the front lines as he's just waiting to see how this one plays out for him. Doxer not opting for a swing just yet. Mr. Deagle with another big kill, now to be spotted. One on towards the sidelines, and Doxer, he just books it. He doesn't want to risk anything, trying to get out. He's going to be able to survive. Takes a little bit of damage, but that's completely fine. Kishi on the opposite end is able to find multiple. Down over to a 3v3. Kirazora.
Oh!
It didn't work.
Good flank! Caramel! 3 kills already onto his name. Legion being the last man standing. Situation is not looking good. The attackers lockdown has also been implemented here, utilized to the core where the entire team could not make a play at all. Intensity, kind of losing their edge. This was their round, but the rotation being caught off guard, Caramel made sure that the round is going to be theirs.
Such a gorgeous round as well for them to win into here, Azora. That round could have gone in the opposite direction at any second. Mr.
Could
Deagle,
have.
he's performing well. The operator is able to find 2 picks, but that's kind of the thing. They lost out on the map control. Where's their information? You gave up the side, that's completely fine. Why aren't you coming together as a team? Why is one player still playing towards the breakable door? And why is your woman still sitting and watching the B main? I understand there could be someone towards B main, but still, you cannot take a gamble like that after you have gotten both of your kills. You gave away free fights, and you isolated your team.
AK Demon not in a good situation here. He's stuck in the corner, but 69G, the way he's popping off all of those heads, but trades off instantly. Niory eSports, they're so quick in taking side C again and again. They know it's a weak spot, and they're hitting where it hurts the most.
Spike planted.
Intensity, yet again, no clue, nothing to know. What needs to be done here? Mr. Deagle, he was stuck with the Prowler and Ceylon at the same time. There comes a flank, and Caramel is well aware about it. Rotating doors gives the audio. Diamond City, he is not in the right city, man. Run away, skedaddle.
Yeah, the poor guy is just trying to maybe do a little bit of a wraparound, possibly trying to take one with him to the grave here. With the spike
With the classic?
or with this classic. With the spike as well is a good idea. Salon, he's in a little bit of danger, running into the waiting arms of Diamond City. Possibly will be able to save out the gun. Needs to make him book it and run for it as quickly as he possibly can. Survives and gets a weapon in the process. So at the end of the day, not really the worst of rounds, but Intensity, they really need to start to pick up their pace. They need to be a lot more proactive in this round and understand where the members of Niory are going. They're being caught off guard way too often, Azora. It's not a good look for them going into these.
Well, that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. Caramel, he's always going to be quick on his feet. He knows he's been playing this game for way too long. And the experience, you all can see it. All of those backstabs being initiated. He knows the moment this team is going to be completely caught off guard. That's where he's hitting the most. Wonderful start nonetheless for AK Demon, but instantly there's a trade coming through. Oh, good flash. But
Salon, man.
Man, oh man, this guy is fragging out. The last man standing in just 10 seconds. We can see all of those blows towards the lobby itself. And in that, you can see it. It's a man count advantage for Niory eSports yet again.
Spike planted.
That one paranoia just decimated that defensive hold over towards Rubble. I love the fact that they went in for a lot more of a proactive hold, but they all started stacking together onto the same place. That's the power of that Viper all. Such a problem, Caramel. And now opt to make a big rotation if he wants to, because he's still inside of the Viper's pit. That will be perfect. He needs to play this one smart. I love this. This is a good play. The Viper wall now coming through, ladies and gentlemen. He's just sticking it through. He's going for the jump. And Doxer with the spray. That's completely okay, because this was the plan. Because he's stuck inside of the Viper's pit, he will go down to 1 HP, where one bullet will be able to kill him. And he trusts Doxer to go in for that spam and find that shot. It's just one bullet. He has to hit it at one.
Oh my god, the curveballs, man. What's going on? Niory eSports, they're so prepared against Intensity. Intensity for now, they're scratching their heads, man. I'm not even gonna lie about this. No sugarcoating the situation. It's not looking good at all. I mean, I do get it. It's an attacker's favorite map. Attacker's friendly map. What do you want to say?
Oh, look at the position.
But yet again, you have to do something about it. 69G, he did do some kind of a good play, but yeah, there comes Panda. 3 kills already onto his name. A backstab. Yet again, Mr. Deagle. Situation is not looking good at all, but look at him sneaking away.
He's going to be able to find a position for 1 kill, but to get 3, that's going to be a problem with the weapon that he has in his arsenal. Caramel. Kind of sitting in the open, probably scratching his nose or something, because that's not the Caramel that I know. Not out in the open, but Doxer, he's able to pick up the missing pieces here. 2-7, ladies and gentlemen. As Niory, they're still just dominating on this map. Map of Lotus is theirs.
My. 69G. I mean, the flashy plays for sure, man. Look at those shots being hit up right around the corner. But ultimately, the team, Niory eSports, they're capitalizing every single situation. No matter what happens, they have the man count advantage. They're going in for the trade. They're even getting Couple of weapons which are like downright dusted. The money is being stacked up. Doxer is sitting with big digits there, 7,900. Wow. What was the plan here?
So I need to wait and see how this one goes.
Oh, they're playing on retake. Oh my god.
I don't like this. They do
Even
have
I don't
the
like it.
trash. I get it. They do have the trash for the possible retake, but it could just be problem. Doxer is able to take one with him. Kishi comes in for another big save, and even if you found the trade, it's just not gonna be enough. Kishi, he's looking for one more. Dangerous as always, deals the damage, and he's able to live with this one. The trash not coming online. They need to open the door soon. And as soon as the trash comes in, it's going to be so good. Salon in towards the back lines, and using the trash here going into this round is just not going to be beneficial. 69G contemplating his choices, waiting towards the door. I think they're done for in this round as well. 2-8 is almost guaranteed.
They should save all the ultimates. It's a lost cause already. Having From the Shadows could have been a bit more useful, but that early trade-off which we saw, AK Demon, he wanted to play it a bit more sneaky, he wanted to drop those weapons, but instead it's their weapon which has been dropped. 69G sadly has to go, and again comes a reinvestment. It feels like all the equities are getting liquidated again and again, day in, day out. The rounds that they're getting is close to none after the second. Niory eSports, they've already banked upon way too much. Doxer, he's like, I'm going to be spending some lavish money, being in the attacker's end, bringing an operator. All right, it already feels like he's second guessing that thought. But okay, he's committing it. Guys, he's committing it.
Yikes. Roll 69Gs. Playing from Brazil, seemingly. Man's not having a good day.
He's not. His ping is fluctuating, man. Triple digits. It's like a triple threat. But only for himself and for the team.
That's kind of the world that we live in sometimes now, doesn't it?
I mean, I would be very
South Asia, that's
frustrated if
finest.
my ping spikes in the middle of a game. That was in the middle of a tournament.
Hey, that's just South Asia at its finest. Our ISPs hate us.
Was that an attack?
I said South Asia. We're all here.
Yeah, that's what. Was that an attack to us?
But that's just the truth. That's the thing that we live.
You
Everyone
don't have
knows
to
that.
be so truthful, Aggie.
Hey, everyone in the chat will agree with
I mean,
me
you
as
of all people need to know. Speaking the truth sometimes can be dangerous.
I flirt with danger every single day, so that's okay.
All right. Aggressive.
Just like Doxer, he flirted with danger and got a kill. Come on. He understands me.
Yeah. Kind of does. But he's understanding Valorant a bit too much. I'm looking at the way, understanding what will happen to Mr. Deagle there was just that one thing which he called for. He knew it. He's going to peek towards C-Long, get that information early insight onto what's going on, and that's where he's going to capitalize upon. Early man count advantage with Caramel in the midst of all of this. He's so low. Just one utility. One burst shot from the turret and he's done. But the turret is not there.
Right there. Spike
Lucky
planted.
he.
Best of buys going into this round. Either AK Demon able to find the first kill. The showstopper coming in big here. Possibly a kill, but it just will not be quick enough. Panda dealt significant damage here over to AK Demon. Down to only 5 HP, so he needs to just B-hop himself away to try and survive with this weapon. But with the players now hunting him down, AK Demon, he's looking for a couple of kills. He does find a little bit, but up against Kishi, he will not find value. 2-9 is Niory. They're holding on to that lead,
Last round.
and 10-2 just seems to be on the horizon. Because if I recall, Intensity, they don't have buys going into this round.
Oh, they went for a save for the previous one. They have the buy for this current round. And all they have to do is bring in all the money. It's not looking good at all, man. 10-2. The scoreline itself speaks volumes. Niory eSports, the moment they hit double digit, they seem to be super confident upon their gameplay. That's one room which intensity is giving them. And Guardians, Vandals here and there, broken buys coming through.
Face your fear!
The information little to none. AK Demon for now, he's going to be pincered. Ceylon gets an early frag right off the bat. Side C completely under siege.
Nice shot, Diamond City.
You should run.
He did see a backstab coming.
Wait,
in as
was
well,
that
but
intentional?
Diamond City.
Wait, was that smoke intentional? I want to know.
Yeah, it was. It was a one-way smoke.
Weirdest one way that I've ever seen in my life, but I guess that's okay.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Last player
Oh!
standing.
What? Diamond City? Excuse me? From the shadows and not aware
Switching
what's
sides.
going on? Hate to be him.
Only could be the case here. Now Niory, they're on the defensive side. 10-2 on the scorecards. Problem after
rounds is
problem
what
as
they need.
teams. Yeah. I don't really know how a comeback could be initiated by the members of Team Intensity. We need to see a brand new team going into this half. It feels as though the communication is just not present at all from this current roster. If they want to try and take this, they need to talk and just
Come on, let's
pay
go.
for more trades. Niory eSports, they're outclassing them just through their level of sheer team play.
Toxins going up.
Like super bombarding situations onto them. Yet again,
Spike
feels
down
like the
B.
start is not going to be that fancy. Intensity being in the attacker's side.
abused
It's the
the
same
role
story
players,
yet
huh?
again. Kishi gets 2 big kills. My oh my. This man is unstoppable. Look at him. Not even a single scratch on him. 100 HP is what he has.
Lots of rotations are a problem as well.
Last
Big
player
damage here.
standing.
Doxer's not able to find the kills, but
potentially.
that's completely okay. Ishi,
Let's
he's just
go.
looking for the ace on the last one. Legion, his position's already spotted, but
Caramel,
Caramel's not
why?
gonna give that away. He's at 1 HP, bro. Could have just given the ace, but look at that. Look at Caramel. He has that sinister laugh, the same laugh that you give on the regular basis after you do something really bad.
Yeah. Ouch. But I'm going to take that as a compliment. I don't mind. I'm always
Sure.
going to steal the ace whenever you're going to be in the server with me. But Kishi, man, this guy has been untouchable in the previous round. Nothing happened to him. Nothing at all. Prowlers, information, game was on point. Ceylon was completely fortified. Nobody could get that opportunity. And this round as well, Doxer already opening things up. Legion? Why? Why would he peek that? This was brutal. Doxer, he's so quick. He understood that the player has gone to his corner, but Diamond City timing in for the
What?
second time. Caramel. What on earth did I
What a
just see?
flip.
Diamond City for the third? Oh, no. This is going to be a big round. Kishi yet again. He knows the gravity of the situation. Did manage to get yet another kill here. Way too low HP, 6-9. He's the only healthy one.
Player standing.
He's not going to stay there for long. Kishi,
What is
he's
Kishi
on a
doing?
kill streak already. Diamond City, way too low on HP. 9 is what I can see. And a knife is coming through. And
Oh, wait!
insult to injury. Kishi. What's up with this dude?
Too much confidence. We've been praising him a little bit too much. The man just is ribbing with it.
Also Diamond City as well. Look at him. Pop off, but at the end, you know, Kishi, the moment he's gonna be up with his bunny hops, ought to be a knife.
I think he just knew that he didn't have enough bullets going into it. As soon as the spam started to come in with that Guardian, you do not have enough bullets to try and kill a particular player. He was at full HP as well. It's all calculated. We know what Kishi's doing, right?
Turrets destroyed.
Kishi's just being Kishi at this point of time. Take a demon. Way too aggressive. Wants to pop off every single utility, whichever KG has used for now. A boom bot to make things clear, get the information, insight onto where the players might be. But I believe that the rotating doors will be in play real soon. Nah, This is not the bet you want to take. 69G is still casually lingering around through the smoke. And I believe the team
Oh,
is
this
going
is
to call
bad.
into
Look
it.
at it.
This is already looking bad. They have committed. Oh, AK Demon, that was a good start already. And they're going to get the side in a blink of the eye. Mr. Deagle, and everything just crumbles. That's how the dominoes effect takes place.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, it's not looking that good. They got completely caught off guard. Yishi able to capitalize a little bit here, switch out the pacing, take one more kill, but with his Nightfall now online, he's just looking for a couple of consolation prizes. Don't forget, going into this round, it was a little bit of a save buy coming out from them. So he didn't really have the weapons to try and take over this round.
Sorry.
Now with the proper buys in their hands, the team looks to be in a better spot. In this one around here, 3-12, with the Nightfall present in the hands of Kishi, they could go in for a very aggressive push if they want to here.
But here's the thing, right? 3 players are having a bad day in intensity. The entire boot camp looks super intense, super tensed onto what needs to be done. And that's not a good sight at all. Mr. Deagle is slowly creeping up, trying to get that information inside onto site A. What's going on here, Panda? He has definitely broken that baby door. Spawn at the other corner, well aware, but alright, this is definitely gonna be a bad start.
Okay.
I just could not see what happened towards sites. He was so focused towards Mr. Deagle, but the entire team, they were crumbling towards site C itself.
You blink and you miss it. That was pretty much guaranteed to happen. I just looked away for a second. Panda got one kill and everyone just started falling like dominoes. That's kind of how it goes sometimes. When you have your team spread out all across, you didn't really get the trades that you wanted to. It's tough, but that's what you just have to accept when it comes down to the game of Valorant. But, ladies and gentlemen, it's just first map, right? They still have map number 2 to play around with at the end of the day, so it's not the end of the world for them, but at the same time, if this is the kind of showing that they had on the map of Lotus, what will happen on the map? I'm kind of worried because on Bind is just even more execution heavy compared to Lotus.
It is. It's very brutal, and I won't be surprised if Karamel will go ahead and pick Viper yet again, because we all know the strategy, man. We all know it. The way the entire map can be dissected, the way you can play around with lamps per se, the entire scenario of you breaking down the hookah where the players cannot push towards showers area, those are one of the most crucial things, and I'm hoping that the composition might stay intact because it's looking very promising.
Absolutely. That's just the strength of what the Viper can bring onto the table. The small little tidbits that he can really capitalize, that the character can really capitalize upon. The fact that you can isolate targets that are trying to rush in towards the side. I do believe that Vice might just replace Viper on the map of Vine when you think about it. Because normally, why do you have a Viper on a particular team? Because you want to isolate players on the defensive side at the bare minimum, so that you can isolate it with your wall and then cut off anyone that's on the opposite side through the usage of a snakebite as soon as the duelist rushes in. Vice can fill in that same role soon enough on that particular map, but we're going to talk a lot more about Vice later after the break, which is going to be coming in later. But it's going to be interesting to say the very least, because I don't really see how the members of Team Intensity are going to be able to take Vine, considering what we have witnessed on this first map.
See, aggressive, according to me, 3 players are having a bad day. It was already a rough start. I could see only 2 players popping off again and again. I could see the kill feed. It was all over the name. But other than that, 69G and 2 others, they need to step up, man. They need to step up big time, because it's about time. If you want to see the third map, the decider, and not let go the spot towards the grand finale, then you have to perform. It's not going to be that easy and, nice. Niory eSports, they're the OGs, they're the underdogs. They're still experimenting with the entire lineup, and they're very confident looking forward in this tournament, in this season 3 of the Showdown Series. In the previous one, I do get it. Asterix, well, they played their hearts off, man. They played it amazing. They understood every single strategy. They read Niory eSports like an open book. So, I mean, if you want to compete against Niory, then you might as well think like Niory. And if you're having a bad day, just close your eyes, rethink, why are you in this tournament? What do you want to prove? That's all. The answer is going to be right in front of you.
And they did such a good job of bringing this team in together as well. Niory eSports,
Indeed.
before they were under DXG, now that they're inside of that bootcamp, you can tell that a lot of the problems that they had previously, now that Kishi's back in form too, that there's not really a lot of big gaps that I can really witness on their overall team composition. Doctor is having a good day as well. He's not making any mistakes, and that's why he's also on top of the scorecard as well. Zilon, a superstar duelist now in his own regard, he was having a rough time in season number 2, but in season number 3, it's just completely different. I love to see this roster just do wonders.
Yeah, that's true. But talking about intensity, AK Demon, Legion, 69G, I mean, these 3 players ought to step up, man. It's about time. Mr. Deagle, he was showcasing his presence all across, no matter what the situation is. Alongside Diamond City, we could see that clutch coming in from him. Near about it was a clutch until Kishi just went ahead, knifed him out. But overall, man, kudos to Kishi. The start was good. The mid game was good. The end was amazing. Niory eSports, they're perfecting every single flaw that they had in the map of Lotus. Now that it's done and dusted, I'm not feeling good about Bite. Not at all. No.
It's tough, especially when you have a player like Kishi's caliber winning for you on the opposite team. 23-6, mind you. So 23-6. He's
Very
a
decent.
he's a force to be reckoned with. The man is decent. 220 ADR on an initiator like Fade.
So here's the thing, right? In total, in I believe day 4 yesterday's game, he had a total of 51 kills. 51 kills. And right now he's sitting at 23 already, so that's decent. Because the previous day 4 yesterday's performance, he was at his best. Not gonna lie about that. Not taking any shade about today's performance, but he's one of those players who amps up his performance according to what's gonna come forth. And that's one of the beauties about Kishi.
Absolutely.
And in that way I said that. No disrespect.
Yep. We're just gonna need to wait and see what Kishi's gonna be cooking up for game number 2. Because on the map of Pine, I'm pretty sure he's gonna heat up even more than Lotus. But will Intensity be able to catch up to that pacing and show their own intensity? You're gonna see that soon enough. After a very short little break, ladies and gentlemen, check out the links down below in the description while you are waiting. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with a lot more Valorant action.
And we're back once again, guys. The action of Valorant is not going to stop today, tomorrow, or till 31st. It's super exciting, super fun to see how these two teams are playing. Niory eSports, for now, they have gotten the first map on such a good tone and a note. And I'm hoping that the entire snowball effect, is going to be towards the side of Niory because they have that perfect momentum alongside the confidence. But what will Intense eSports do about it? I'm hoping that the quality or state of being intense is going to completely be, on point, on par. And that's what we are hoping. It's going to be me, exhilarating, alongside Aggressive. And you guys are watching the Esports Club Showdown Series Season 3 for Valorant, powered by Crucial by Micron GPU partner Zotac Gaming, alongside our media partner Gossip.gg. Aggressive, fun times, right? Bind, finally we can see it.
Hey, it's a little bit of a different map compared to the... How do I put it? I think I've just seen Lotus. I haven't seen any other map. Maybe once or twice I've seen an icebox somewhere here and there. And there was that one abyss that I...
That's the reason I told. Bind for the first time.
The one abyss. I want it back. It's gonna be there in the grand finals. They cannot dodge that map, even if they try. It will be there. So I'm hoping that Silly Little Guys is gonna be the one who makes it through the lower brackets just for that one reason. They will not ban Abyss, I know for a fact. Just because of that. In that best of 5, I want to see it, man. You cannot stop me.
Yeah, of course. BO5, you will get all the plethora of maps you need, Aggressive. So we're going to wait for that. That's going to be on 31st, guys. Book your calendars, mark your dates, so that the grand finale can be absolutely amazing. You don't even have a watch. What are you twirling about, huh?
Ayo, you got the watch. Never mind, that works.
It works. Excuse me? Yeah, see? It does.
God damn, the man's wearing a watch while he's casting. Got the proper blink going.
Note of the time, man. Do you
I
understand
have a
what's going on?
computer. I have a computer. I can look to the bottom right of my screen, be like, yes, it is currently
this thing does
4
more than
p.m.
just calculate time. Excuse me.
Oh, yeah,
It
he's
does
flexing
more
his
than
money
that.
this
That's the
time,
reason
ladies
it's
and
on my
gentlemen. Yeah, he's flexing money at the same time as well. I'm sorry.
Look at it, Aggressive. All right, fun all apart. It's gonna be Bind for the first time. What are your hopes? What are your expectations? And the composition, if you would really like to share the lovely one or the latest one, whatever it is, let us know.
I want to see a neon. Plain and simple, I want to see a neon or a Euro on either one of these teams. Yes, Raze is very potent and very powerful on this one. You have the name. You have pretty much everything that you can do. It's a tried and true tested composition. Play the double controller, play with the Raze, you're completely fine. But if you want to go in for something more interesting, how do you counter a double controller setup? You utilize the Euro. What's the strength of a double controller? You stop the attackers from even pushing into you. They're afraid to break through that Viper wall in every turn. The smokes being placed by the brimstones. To circumvent that, you have that Euro to open up the site almost instantaneously. The defenders, in most cases, if you util them, they can't really contest the Euro, and the Euro in the midst of the chaos is able to just take over the entire site and allow your team to then go in for a push a little bit slower, but still it works. On the other side of the spectrum, now that Neon is a lot stronger, if you have a proper breach on your team, if you have a good Fade who can go in for setups, or even a Sky in certain situations, the Neon can brute force an entry and just make it work. It's harder, but in a way, it's a lot more faster. You can change the pacing of fight in a matter of seconds and cut off rotations as well when you're on the defensive side. It's very interesting because now that so many agents have been buffed up, Jet no longer being that necessary queen for every single map, the agent diversity is now vast. But knowing our region, I think they're just going to go for the comfort of the double controllers. It's been the standard every time.
I mean, yeah, that's there, but Riot has been cooking recently, man. They've been cooking a lot many buffs coming through and nerfs at the same time. The way, the entire composition used to go ahead, blindly take Sky and get that early information. Now I don't see anyone doing that.
True.
Plus, Breach is also one of the agents who's been recently picked again and again, and I'm loving the versatility that this game is bringing on board. And after the recent update itself, the recent patchwork, the latest agent being introduced in the entire Valorant action, we all know how she can nullify Neon at the same time. But again, It's not been tried and tested. Multiple teams are still figuring out one of the parts, and I believe EMEA is going to start again with some kind of a composition, and that's where every single one of them is going to be like, all right, we can implement her here, we can do this thing here as well. So I'm waiting for that.
Hey, they implemented Sage into Vine somehow.
Yeah, they did.
And a lot of EME teams still to this day run Sage on the map of Vine, while every other region just hates her. EME love their Sages, so
they
Vice
love their
kind
Sages,
of-
man.
Vice is just one of those characters that could be like that. And the hardest counter to Vice, from what we have seen or what the developers have said, is technically a Euro. Yeah, I know her wall does not get triggered by the clone, but that's a bug. Even the devs have stated that when it on Twitter. But seems to be case for that end. But let's talk a little bit more, for a bit of a change here on team intensity. August has now joined in onto the roster. Maybe with this small change of Diamond City not being here, it could be what team intensity need to go in for a big jump.
Funny how the entire tournament is going to end before the August ends. So good name, PG August. Hoping that the gameplay is also going to be as good as the name. But the substitute from Diamond City to August, definitely I want to see how this entire thing works out. But both the corners, we can see a Clove and Caramel. He is going to rock onto that Cypher. I mean, it's a good pick. It's not a bad one. But we all know, once the lineup comes in, the Cypher traps will no longer work. If and only if Intensity knows all about it.
Gonna need to wait and see how this one goes. A little bit of an interesting setup, I would say, coming in from either side, with both getting up as well. The map of Bind is shaping up to be interesting, to say the very least, from the side of Team Intensity, but
It is.
very standardized pickups from the opposite end. That's the thing. You could tell that the members of Niory eSports, they are so confident in their own mechanics, plus the way that they play as individuals, that they don't really need to worry about much. They already played these meta compositions for years upon years. So this is just another walk in the park for them. They don't need that similar level of training that a lot of other people would. That's where the experience comes in for this particular roster. And you can tell that communication is never really a problem for them going into this. But a double Sentinel composition on the defensive side, yes, it's pretty potent, but you have a Clove. That Clove smoke is not going to last for that long. It's a solo Clove as well, which is another big problem.
I'm just hoping that they're prepared for this one. Because Niory eSports, clearly they're brought in Brim, they're brought in Clove, they know the situations can get bad here. That's how they want to go ahead and accomplish this. For now, 69G, what an initiation. Caramel instantly gets nullified there. Nothing to do. And he's just having a good position as well. Until the entire team just bombards upon it. Where was the teammate support? Where was Mr. Deagle there?
He couldn't do anything. The man was low on HP. Doxer, a bit too early on the angle. Needs to worry about the timing. And on the swing, he's able to get the kill though. Down over to a 3v3. Too much of an early fight here, Panda. That was so not necessary. Could have just waited and tried to play with your team instead. Timing is bad. Salon being forced off of the angle. Stuck in a corner here. Does have a little bit of a heal to play around it, but they're pretty much lambs ready for the slaughter. They need to get a kill. A good reposition coming in from Kishi on the angle. Good for the shots! And Salon and Kishi! They isolate everyone. And the diversion of the attention was more than enough for Salon to get that first fight and immediately get the second. A beautiful round coming in from the members of NES.
What a pop flash right off the bat. Made some room for himself. Kishi knew that he cannot back out from this fight. And later on, you could see what just happened. The bonus rolling in. Niory eSports, they're not at all letting those rounds go. They had no business winning it, man. Absolutely no business. Man count disadvantage is what they were running on, but still managed to do something, and same goes for 69G. This man, right off the bat, he's been popping some heads. And right now with the Sheriff, he did mark some significant damage. There goes the Guardian. Not it being picked.
Showcasing the power of his own cipher, ladies and gentlemen. The Guardian has its own strengths, but the weaknesses is very apparent as well. Fast swing coming in from August. That's the speed of the clove, ladies and gentlemen. One good swing, and that's all that they need to bring this one in.
Oh, we have seen this. We have seen this before.
Absolutely.
Even in the previous map, they won the pistol round, they had the bonus, and they lost the bonus round. History repeats. And in the next round, they're going to bring in mere pistols and those weapons and still manage to do
the hell was
August. What on earth did I just see? Someone check his PC. This man, he was blinded. With a flick of an eye and couple of players just falling like feathers.
It's his month. And 100% guarantee you on that. Literally and figuratively. One to one, ladies and gentlemen. Team intensity. With the addition of August, the team really showcasing their strengths now. This is where the team could just shine. August with another big kill. Panda none the wiser on the angle. Salon looking for the fight. He needs to worry about Alon. The flicks do connect though. Salon deals the damage, but Legion comes in with the final kill. 2-1. As intensity, they're picking up the pace here. In Niory, they're falling under the pressure.
I don't believe that was the pressure. It was the buys which they had. The weaponry looking so weak. And right now, AK Demon, he's gone on for a heavy investment. For a man who could not even bank up a single shot, bringing in the operator. I do get it. He is going to be confident right after that. Hopefully that the round will go in for the corners of intensity. But on the other end, it's Niory eSports that they are receiving all the beating. And there comes the punchline. AK Demon, for now, he's running away for his life. 35 HP, and that's all he has. Okay. Running away for now. Teams are trying to prepare themselves. It was a good trade. Towards B long, the fountain seems like it has already seen one corpse. It's just that both cannot do anything about it. Legion, blind as a bat, but Ceylon, he knows what needs to be done. He's in the air, but look at the backup. The cavalry arrives and Panda, right off the bat, picks off Legion. AK Demon, man, his shots is still yet to land. Heavy investment coming all across. And if he misses another chance, man oh man, he's gonna hate himself.
Boxer is already on the angle, waiting for it. Could just have to go in for a knife if he wants to, but the trigger discipline is gorgeous! Doxer just playing games here with his opposition, 2-2. As soon as the weapons are in the hands of Niory.
I cannot see this again. I cannot relive this memory. But yeah, thanks to crucial moments, we're gonna see this again. Insult to injury. Doxer, my oh my. And what was he thinking? Being all sneaky peeky like Naked Demon. Still, I believe he has somehow managed to get one kill, but he's not gonna reinvest on that operator again. He's just gonna stay humble, not take that situation again into his hands. 6-9G, right now the setup looks good. But we have seen something better here. We have seen something amazing. Ceylon getting the first one, but 6-9G, he's gonna be caught off guard. Did manage to take one trade, but that's pretty much it. Side B completely open for the take.
No escape. Over there.
Still, able to hold here. August. Doubling up. Down over to a 2 versus 2 situation. Panda on the fly. AK Demon with a fast swing! And the shots just do not connect.
Satchel out.
As the race coming alive for this one with August getting a double of his own. As AK Demon and August, their dynamic duo is what was missing in map number 1. But in map number 2, with them being back, they've gotten the rounds that they need to stabilize to bring this one back.
Ooh, everything looks so good on paper. The way Niory eSports went ahead for a post plant, it was looking nice, it was looking decent, but ultimately, they had to swallow the pill. Intensity, they are forming, they are making themselves furious, and they want to go towards the third map. Map of Ascent is waiting for them.
Wait. Maybe not that long as well either. This double sentinel composition working wonders for them overall, but it all depends on how 69G plays into this round. He gets the perfect swing timing as well as Doxer. Position not really being the best here. 69G trying to look for that corpse of his. I don't think he's gonna get a hand on it that easily. Look towards the opposite side. This is even better. Team intensity. They have so many ults going into this. So just look from bad to worse. If they're heading in towards the A side, this rotation is already being called off as a bluff. They need to head back towards B.
I don't know what's Mr. Deagle even thinking. He's waiting at the hexagon. But now he did manage to find Panda. Shuts him down. Gets that information onto what's going on towards B long. And there's nothing. There's nobody. No insight. No information given out
30
there.
seconds left.
Instantly huddles back. He's very sneaky, but Mr. Deagle, he knows the whereabouts of the entire team. The commitment is there towards side B, but unfortunately none of that will work.
The dynamic of this team is
Immortality doesn't have as many day-to-day benefits as you
dynamic of this team is just insane overall. In every turn we look at this particular team and they're just working wonders in every regard. With August now coming in, the morale of the team is just through the roof. He's fragging out as well. 8-2 on that Clove when he doesn't even have a lot of smokes to give into a round in certain situations. He's making up for it purely on the basis of his raw mechanical skill.
Ooh, that was a good combination though. But unfortunately, I don't think so. Panda is going to bite that one. Mr. Deagle yet again, the fierce one. The buy is not looking that great, and the flashes is going to work like a charm. AK Demon, for now, good for one. Ceylon, too early to go. Parting ways from the team. It's a 4v5 and intensity. They are getting it all in. Panda, this time, he could not do much.
Fast rotation, almost instant. They are just stuck on an island. They have weaker buys into this, but still need to find some value soon. Legion getting a big shutdown over towards the face of Doxer as well. Swings through to try and get a bit more space, but these last two players trying to walk their way in from the opposite end. 69G, he's just gonna wait. He has all the time in the entire world. An early fight here. He's good for the first kill. Working his way in. Some damage to be done. Ice in his veins. 69G gets the entire team over to the 5-2 scoreline. The members of Team Intensity, they still have all of the ults that they need to be a menace in the following rounds. That showstopper plus the deadlock ultimate. It's gonna be a game changer.
Oh, then you do not know what's there for the likes of NES. Look at them.
I understand they do have the orbital strike in their arsenal plus the seekers, but it's a lot more to gain information. And if the ultimates being used by intensity is just utilized to go in for post plans, then that information is just not going to help you. Think about it. In the retake situation, how much will a Seeker and a Neural Theft really help you compared to a Deadlock and a Showstopper?
Yeah, little to none. That's a situation which is looking for NES to head towards the side. They did manage to do that. It's a post-plan scenario, but there comes the commitment. Will the team even embark on this
He
journey?
missed.
He did. There's a big loss right there. Panda for now preparing to open up the sky. The moment he gets to know that where the opponents are going to be, there comes the bar. Yeah, there you go.
One enemy
They're
remaining.
losing all of their fights. This is gone from bad to worse. Doxer, pretty much the last one remaining to try and turn this one around. AK Demon goes in for the last big kill. They just doubly their way in towards the side and won all the gold. What is happening? Team intensity. They brought in the heat. In August, he just looked into the camera being like, yeah, I just did that. The man just had a smug face.
Well,
62,
true.
ladies and gentlemen.
Imagine after so long you have the ultimate. You need 7 ticks, right? And the moment you get that, the annihilation does not land on the mark. Yeah, tough time, man. Tough time. But AK Demon, he's making up to all of those mistakes done in the past. It's all long gone.
I'm just gonna need to wait and see going into this one. Is she? He's just trying to work his way in towards showers now. Couple of kills pretty much necessary, but they're not really giving much away. AK Demon somehow, through the middle of it all, is still able to find 1 kill. The chances of this being a possible 8-4 looks to be imminent here almost. Niory, they need to try and take a pause maybe to mentally reset themselves because the team currently in their state, they look so lost in every regard. 69G is waiting for them on the opposite end of this. Angle still yet to be cleared. At 69G, sneaky peeky like holding it down. The deadlock being used to its fullest. Ramil though is not gonna let his buddy Salon die out in vain. How's the angle and Karamo looking for the ace. Comes in big. August with the resurrection. Gets the shutdown over under the first. He's still looking for more. And the trades still in their favor. Mr. Eagle on the angle. Goes in for the swing. Salon in the much more worse situation. And the Clove just instantly goes in for the final blow. 7-2, ladies and gentlemen. As team intensity, they are not stopping for even a second. Not even when Karamel's heating up on the opposite side.
Man, I love Chloe for one reason. The dialogue she gives, no peeking. And that's one thing which Ceylon had to do in that corner. Just stay tucked. That's pretty much it. Not at all peek. It could have been a 1v1 real soon. But that man count disadvantage, it did make a lot of difference there. Niory eSports seems like a bad situation for them. So unlike the first game, so unlike Lotus. It was them who were having that winning streak day in, day out. And right now they're at the receiving end. I want to see how they can break that mental and bring in all the might in this particular map. The comeback needs to be on. Panda for now. He's stuck in the corner. Tight as it can be. Lesion did manage to get 2 big kills. And Kishi, good for a trade. But yet again, the entire team, they need to reconsider onto what needs to be done. Is it going to be an A hit or a B? That's going to be the deciding factor.
Such a good play as well. Utilizing the deadlocks more.
That was a mistake.
Ishi. Just on the angle, AK Demon. You need to try and take the fight. He's just able to do it. The members of Niory eSports, they're getting caught with their pants down. They have no idea how to go up against this composition. Salon and Caramel, once again, they take it back over to that 2v2 situation. No more resurrection on the opposite side, which is the good thing going into this fight. Plant, going down. Trailblazer to just give a bit of information on that U-Haul is now completely cleared out. They have a chance to walk right into it. Caramel goes in for the first spot. Needs to worry about the player on the top side of heaven. Flash dodged out. And now it's just a waiting game. 69G on the angle. Caramel, beautiful. The kill, but 69G, rapid on the rotation. Instantly finds the trade. 8-2. As Niory, they don't have an answer. Not anymore. August's introduction to the team was all that they needed.
But here's the thing, right? 69G has stepped up way too much. Way too much. I can see that confidence. I cannot see him being on camera. It's all right, but the confidence is there. But in the previous game, you could see it. You could see it. The way he's playing, too shy, speaking corners, where he has no business in. Finally, the evolved version, we can see him. The podium finisher, the MVP holder. He is shining.
Bomb buddy out. Fire in the hole!
And now Salon, he's gonna try to shine his brightness as well. Showstopper comes online to go in for that first big kill. They need to find an opening to make it work. Salon, he's just holding W and not letting up the pressure at any second. He can even with another frag. But Salon, he's able to answer back with his own. Not even a second wasted from Salon. As Caramel channeling that energy to go in for the final big kill. Niory eSports, this is what they needed. The momentum breaker. And of course, the brakes to be held on tight for the members of Intensity. Their momentum got completely demolished because Salon on the showstopper just was the game changer for them.
Salon just pummeled 3 players right off the bat. Satchel charge, and then just the bazooka. The showstopper doing a lot of damage, and that's where he shines a lot. They finally have gotten the aura of that big boss, the Megalodon that they are. But Mr. Deagle, he's all prepared yet again, shining all of his operator shots.
Drop in a smoke.
For now, though, Ramo, he's gonna try to work his way in once more through from the showers angle, but losing that one player towards B-Long, pretty much a dangerous ploy. But now with the neural tech, they have the information that they need to work their way in towards this A side. Information already gathered, a free side for them to play into, but Salon! Where's the flash coming in from Kishi first? Kishi had a flash, but she didn't ask for it. Panda's gonna be able to find the trade regardless of it. One more flash to play with. Caramel doesn't even need it. He's able to get the kill. He's looking for more with these one taps. He's looking for the last operator already spotted, and they need to try and get this kill on it as well. Flash in hand. He's not gonna fight into it just yet. Deagle jumps down, heard the sound. Last bullet going in for the fight, but Kishi stays calm, cool, and collected. Takes the fight and wins it out. 8-4, ladies and gentlemen. Niory, they're still here to win it.
Just some good old hard yakka.
Y'all are dropping dead so bad. Niory eSports, the one taps from Caramel. Oh my god, absolute treat to the eye. Kishi sealing the deal as Mr. Deagle could not flick around. But every single one of them has stepped up, except, yeah, even Legion has technicality taking it away. The amount of hard work he's putting through, being the sentinel for the team, he's trying his level best.
There.
The previous game was bad for them. 3 players could not perform at all. Finally, I can see the entire team go ahead, give a good fight against Niory eSports.
Got a pretty good timing on this one too. Doxer utilizing his smokes aggressively, knowing that, hey, my one's gonna be able to recharge, but at the same time, look at the stack. This is such a big gamble too. They're playing all towards this B-side situation. But I love this because they're able to beat out so much utility because of it. Early on the fight, the flash is perfect. No one's going to be able to go in for the save here. The flashes are so good. They're able to hold AK Demon with another one, but Doxter just needs to try and survive at this point. Smoke in hand, and he's going to be able to get out with only 1 HP. Caramel on the opposite side of the map takes down the other. His own twin brother no longer in this fight. As now Doxer, he needs to play it sneakily as possible. Caramel with a rapid push as well. This is perfect. Look at their positioning. They're all across the map. Ramal heard out the last player. Oh, Mr. Deagle on the angle. Another kill. Looks for his last up against August. The substitute coming in big in the last half, but he's not going to be able to do anything in this one. 3K for Karamal and Niory eSports. They hold strong.
Niory eSports needed that pistol round so desperately. They want to inch in the gap which has been created so vast by intensity. And here's where everything just faltered. Doxer just going in so good. Getting those kills have been so vital. Caramel, he's doing absolutely amazing for the side of Niory eSports. Kishi, high time to step up alongside Panda. Come on, you guys have to do this one if you want to inch and close towards the comeback. Here.
It all starts here for them. Sloan on the angles, yet to be cleared out. Yes, he does get cleared out though. Big weapon loss for them, but Kishi on the angle to try and stop him. Good fight, but Kishi, good God.
What a slap.
Disgusting. The man just got a chappal in his hand and beat the other people like my mom. No one heard.
Man, it truly has not been that great. I see aggressive. Everyone has seen those days. Kishi for now, he's gonna see brutal days as well. One right click. If it connects, it's gonna be done. But Kishi, yet again, a triple kill for himself. Lesion, he's so dumbfounded. He does not know what needs to be done. Caramel, he knows where the opponent is, and there comes the final blow. 6-8. As Niory eSports, they're embarking on a journey of a comeback.
8-6, ladies and gentlemen. As the members of Intensity, they can tell that this round just went out of their hands way too quickly. Immediately comes through with a pause, understanding that, hey, we need to go in for a change almost immediately. They just lost a pistol round. That's okay. And then the following subsection. Ronaldo.
I hope it's
this
going to help
timeout's gonna be-
intensity. I mean, they had a banger of a start, not gonna lie. They were going so well. It was an 8-4 score line until Niory eSports decided to do the same thing against Intensity, getting the pistol and then the next following round, which is the bonus round as well. They've been fumbling that quite often, but this time they knew what needs to be done. And they understood that if they're not going to win this round, then it's going to be a great advantage for Intensity. So removing that right off the belt was the agenda, and they did it successfully.
These are the beauty of the stars from NES. Now that they've really started to heat up and Kishi's back in form as well. This defensive side looks to be their own stronghold. But
Whoa.
can't really count the chickens
Where are we
before the eggs hatch just yet. Because Intensity, they're still looking for that opportunity. Don't forget, they do have a double sentinel composition. So overall, this composition will be weaker on the attacker side because they need to try to fish out picks instead of going in for raw executions. But with Deadlock, you can do so much if you just have a couple of lineups ready with your raise. Salon, though, weak on the weapons a little bit here. Still has the deagle in his hand. Dangerous indeed, but up against rifles still will be a problem. The first fight, and even the first engagement, I don't think they have seen each other at all. Purely basing their utility up sound.
There.
Calm before the storm here, Azora, as the execution should be starting soon.
I'm just waiting for it. The entire team of Intensity, they're going in way too quiet. For now, all the information is already there. The entire team heading towards side A. They're making their way. Path has already been paved. AK Demon, he did manage to get one kill there, but instantly gets traded off. It's slowly building up. August, he's already made his way too back. Doxer, he needs to check his back as August is going to take multiple frags. Panda did manage to shut him down, but it's the post plan coming through. Lesion. That was a battle where Caramel had to win. Caramel fumbles the entire team. It's going down, and Lesion, he's going to take the last one. Bit by bit, piece by piece. Panda, He fails to deliver.
Yikes.
Over there.
These two cloves are just decimating their opposition. That's kind of the strength of the clove. I have no idea how is August able to get away with so much. And I think that's just because of the speed of the clove. Think about it, Azora. It just pops his C and immediately just swings out faster than a Bugatti almost. Man's driving an F1 car at that point.
Oh, too many references of cars. I see what they're doing here. Same goes with AK Demon. 3 came in and all 3 got pummeled. A weaponry upgrade, but I believe AK Demon, he needs to stick with his guns itself. He needs to stick with the judge. He's been doing phenomenal with it.
Enemy remaining.
69G banking upon that. Again, Panda goes down into mere smithereens. Last player standing, Caramel against 5 players. It already seems impossible for him to go ahead for a clutch. Does manage to get 1 kill. AK Demon way too low, but he spots him. 4 for his name. And that's how the story of the 16th round ends.
Beautiful one at that. 10-6, ladies and gentlemen. The members of Niory lost out on 2 rounds that they were almost guaranteed to win. This one in particular was just a lack of information. They don't really have a lot of initiators to give them that information to work around with. That's why I personally don't like the Sky. It's like you have an initiator that's on a handicap. Yeah, you have that flash, you have that trailblazer, but that's all that. The trailblazer is the only thing that's going for you anymore. The guiding light is not that good anymore.
A lot more spam coming here. Doxo way too close to his death, but he's holding a judge.
Fire in the hole!
If it goes right, if it goes as he planned, it's gonna be great, but Doxo instantly gets taken out of the picture. So none of it is gonna work. 69G for now,
Remaining.
pummeling down multiple players. And falling down. Caramel again in a deja vu situation, but previously he had a Vandal, now he has a Sheriff, and Sheriff shots. If he missed the first, your story is done. It's sealed. You cannot do anything about fate. Well, those rounds are rolling in intensity. They are showboarding at this point of time. August being a good addition to the entire roster. He's bringing in the fire, and the others are bringing in the intensity. Looking forward, how things can bend out of shape here. Niory eSports somehow have to do something. Now just thinking about bringing in those big investments, the operator towards B main. Still trying his level best, but nobody's there at home. Nobody answers. As Site A is still under consideration, Doxer managed to get 1. The Lurker, 69G, off the bat, he's gone. Could not do much there. So the backstab potential has already been enabled. Caramel repositioning towards Lambs. This can be the quick one. He managed to get 1 right off the bat. And this is vital. This is very important. Gets a second. The third can be there. Well, Caramel, he's going big. An ultimate to do a lot of damage. Hold the enemies at bay. As August being the last man standing cannot do much as he's concussed, and Ceylon, he's already made his way all the way towards August. August is running away. He's running for his life. 1 shot misses, but August does not. Doxer. But now he's gonna seal the deal with only 1 loss.
They're going to scatter
Niory
my stuff.
eSports, 7th on
Super
board.
easy to pick off.
Miles to go before they can even extinguish themselves.
They're getting close into this one though. 11-7 as Niory. They're trying to turn it on its head. But even then, intensity, they're gonna have their ultimates coming online soon too. They already have the deadlock and snare ready to go in for that first hold. And 1 good catch from that ultimate, it instantly start up in execution at any second. It all depends on how this game plan's gonna go for them. Early start here from the defenders to try and gain some level of information as Ishi
Territory,
Opting for jump spots. He's gonna get caught out by the ult. This is what I was talking about, ladies and gentlemen. That is the problem of the Deadlock ultimate. Salon able to find 1 kill, but he needs to go in for more. Doxer, big for the change-up. He's able to live and just survive. Just run away, Doxer. You can give up the site. You don't even need to fight this anymore. You want to play into this 3 versus 4. Take your time, buddy, and play it slow. That's all that you need.
August.
Spike
There
planted.
goes the last hope for him to go ahead, take a duel for this particular round. Lesion, he's not in the safe radar. Good angle being contested. AK Demon for now. They are in the tubes. But for how long? AK Demon alongside Mr. Deagle.
Last player standing.
One-on-one
Nice
trade.
shots,
Last one
Doxer.
stands but could not stand tall. Looking at the bullets being fired right after the death as well. Well, I for sure can see some rivalry here.
Sorry to spoil the party.
Absolutely. They know that this match could just be that do or die. They did not take that knife lightly from Kishi in that last one. But at the end of the day, this was such a phenomenal execution when you think about it. Utilizing that Deadlock ultimate, being able to catch out 2 players, it was gorgeous. But Doxer and Salon on this operator was what they needed. Big change up. And even when the enemy showstopper was utilized, it didn't really bring much value. And yes, now having their own showstopper will allow them to be a little bit more defensive and play for a retake if they want to. But I'm just gonna say this again: they cannot play the B side on a retake, because B on retake, unless you have a significant man advantage of 1 or 2 players, it will never.
Well, for now, tactical timeout being taken. Re-strategizing onto what needs to be done, what went wrong in the previous one. Like you mentioned, aggressive. It was a very well executed one. But ultimately, what happened was Niory eSports just prevailing victorious against them.
On my way.
Right now, hoping for something different. Ceylon, yet again with the operator, is going to stare towards B long. Hoping to get a shot or 2. And I'm thinking that it might be the case that Lesion might step into the crosshair. Okay, I can see the duel. Oh, but Lesion wins this one.
Bomb buddy out.
Oh, it's a big
Oh,
loss.
that's a huge one.
Yes, it is. The operator being dropped. Very vital.
Legion's waiting. With Legion getting this first kill, that's a huge change because of another thing. The showstopper is no longer online in this round. Salon could have just given away the 12th round on the board if he's not careful. Doxer, he's gonna be able to find the catch, but Kuro with the spray, he's gonna be able to shut down 2 instead. Still in it to win it in this round. Members of Niory, they have the man advantage. 4 versus 2, do not peek anymore. Just wait, do not take the fight. Kishi playing with fire here. The intensity of the flames of the members of Intensity could just be scorching. And 69G, he's there to administer it.
The Trailblazer was absolutely amazing. Niory eSports sent it all the way towards the
30
teleport.
seconds left.
Got the information that it's gonna be an A execution. Just go ahead, commit it. And that's where the entire team repositioned, re-angled themselves.
enemy remaining.
69G for now, he's there in the crosshair. August also bites the dust. And that's how the entire team is gonna go down. 9-11, Niory eSports. They are bringing in a comeback.
Slow and steady wins the race for them. One step at a time, this team is able to bring it back. Still need 2 more rounds to come into an equalization. And if we can look at the scoreboard one more time, I do believe that Intensity, they don't really have a lot of eyes playing into this round either. This might be very tough.
Smoke's down.
Oh, such a good kill. Panda wonders into this round. And that's the Cypher now gone. 69G, he could have been paramount for them to go in for possible rotations. So now without that one sniper, it could be huge! Mr. Eagle! He fell asleep on the angle. The crosshair placement not working for him. And he was punished heavily for that salon. Passed on the trigger finger. Panda looking for another fight, but he's not going to be going in for it just yet. Also with the smoke instead, which could have been perfect. But August with the spray. Panda with the shutdown.
Too good to be
Still have
true.
the ultimate though, so it's okay, but not like this. Ishi, you're playing with fire as well once again. Why is he on this angle? He has the man advantage. He can just take it slow. He has all the util in the entire world for a retake.
Oh, he fumbled! He fumbled the nade! AK Demon! This is gonna be big. Kishi gets some space, some room to work around things with. There comes the sprays, flushing the entire team out, and Docs over the flank. Beautiful as always. Niory eSports with a 10th on board. The comeback is real. It's one round away to bring in the equalizer. And intensity, the mistakes they're doing. And Niory eSports, they have left them with awe.
Over there.
It's just the strength of the team. Alright, not even investing a lot of big ultimates into this just yet either. 3 away from that orbital strike coming online. Doxer 1 away from his own resurrection. Chances of this round going in either direction. It's a huge possibility. August. Still a danger here with that Stinger. They cannot take this one lightly or even try to go in for that orb because of the possible spam that will be coming in for them. Kishi. Spotted. Swings through. He's just so confident. Kishi. Okay, he's just once more. Panda stuck on the angle. He whips the shot, and Panda, you cannot do stuff like this. It could just be dangerous. Gramo, multiple frags is the name of the game for him, but he's just not able to find it. Down to only 2 players, both at 1 at 5, 1 at 4. Brothers in arms, pretty much.
They cannot even go in for a trade. It's gonna be a 5-4-3-2-1 situation for them. The moment they go in for the fight, Doxer with single spray, he can mow down both the players. I can already see Ceylon being aggressive,
Ceylon
wants
with an
information, but the rotation comes through. It's
30
all the
seconds
way towards Shah's area.
You can't hear it?
No, he can't. Way too
The
far.
radius? I thought the radius was bigger. Never mind.
No, it's not. Okay, he's heading towards the angle. 13 seconds on board.
10
There
seconds
comes
left.
the showstopper
Spike
being
planted.
invested. 59G, he's stuck in the corner. Information is what he's seeking for now. But there comes another one. Retaliation nonetheless.
Oh my god!
Thick. Trigger discipline on point. And 69G with mere 4 HP. He is left with this clutch. Backstab can be good. He can get the frag, but nope. Ceylon again. So quick. So good. Just played absolutely perfect.
Not really the best of ultimates, but the shots, man. Gonna see that one again. That flick was gorgeous. Give me that crucial moment once more. Ishi, beautiful early frag here, but Ceylon, man. He's built different in every way.
Snooze button against Mr. Deagle. But other than that, Ceylon, he held the fort down till the end. Oh, nasty.
Good micro adjustment too. 11 to 11, ladies and gentlemen. Both teams now have buys going into this round. Ceylon still with the menacing operator in his hands. Well, for the members of Intensity, they will be banking upon that deadlock ultimate to give them the opening. Playing in a dangerous angle once again, Kishi. If your position's known, you're gonna get caught by that deadlock ult, and there is absolutely no way Caramel can save you there. They're banking on that fact. Look at that. Oh, yeah, Kishi. Oh, this was warranted. You knew that you were constantly playing this position. You knew for a fact that you would die there. The punishment served properly.
Absolute
It's
sublime
intensity.
gameplay.
Yeah. It was bound to happen. Akash, even you know
It
that.
was. I mean, what are you expecting staying there lingering around in that corner for way too long?
That's a big mistake coming out from them, losing out on your sky this early, especially when the executes are just about to come in. Your Brimstone still not yet on the angle. All ready for the push. Caramel getting caught out in towards the open. There's no opening anymore. Oh, rapid pull as well. He's just done for. Out to try and maybe go in for a retake, but this retake will not end well for them at all. Possible 12 on the board, 3 versus 5 to try and make this one work. Doxer has the ultimate, but still it will be tough. As Azora, I think this round's already done and dusted and over. I do not see how they're going to be able to take it away.
Indeed it is. All the peaks are coming through. Doxer being the last man standing. I do get it. He can resurrect himself, but he's going to be the wise lad out there. Not going to do that. No options taken. He needs an ally. That's where he could have shined or showcased his gameplay. But what a round. Legion threading his steps so well and then reeling in Caramel. It was a big loss. And early, like you mentioned, aggressive. The loss of Sky did prove to be a lot brutal for the likes of Niory eSports.
I love how Intensity also read that. They went in for a full reset right after killing the Sky and waited because they expected NES to maybe take that gamble stack over towards the A side, because who would want to run into a side that Cypher was holding in? No one, unless you have a deadlock ultimate, which could have been the big show here. Salon missed out opportunity with the operator. Now needs to try and stabilize and find another one. Patients are slow coming into this. But overtime is something that NES, even if they're able to get it, it will be so tough for them to close out the game. Oh, that's a huge miss.
None the wiser here. Did manage to do something. Give a hint.
They actually blocked off the play.
Yeah. He's playing hidden
This is
angle.
bad.
He cannot go anywhere, and if he shoots, then his audio cue will be given, his position will be revealed, but finally, he's gonna be revealed. Oh boy, the execution towards site A, not looking good. Caramel good for one, at least 69G, quick on feet, gets that trade instantly. Ishi, it's all on him. How can he play all of his cards? It managed to get one and instantly runs away, but Mr. Deagle, oh, he catches him off guard, the last brink of time. The moment the smoke dissipates, the luck on this lad is not looking that great.
Dim beacon here.
Oh, the timing. They're gonna be making the rotation. They're going into the waiting arms of Doxer. He can't miss a single bullet here. If it's gonna hold, this is perfect. But Doxer does die out. Salon comes in for the big save, but 69G is not giving anything away. Doxer alive and kicking, even through the resurrection. Swings through once more, and the iron wall for the side of Niory holds strong. 12 to 12, ladies and gentlemen. It's Intensity. They played the round out beautifully. But up against Doxer, that beauty is nothing but breeze.
Doxer, man, oh man. When the team needed the most, he has brought in the round. An equalizer, overtime is what we can say, according to the narrative. Mr. Deagle, the entire team of Intensity, they're in the defender's corner. And in the attack, Niory eSports, they have to perfect this one through because their defense was absolutely sublime, but attack, not that great. They need to work their cards perfectly. 69G for an aggressive angle, instantly gets the punishment dealt upon the opponent. And they're still standing tall, still standing strong. 2 players done and dusted. It's a 3v5.
Zilon just didn't need to take that fight that early. He could have waited until a Trailblazer gave him some information, but no. Opting for that early duel just caused them so much pain. And now, with this much Cypher utility and Deadlock utility just swarming the other portions of the map, they were not even able to get that early frag that was given to them. Cypher's position completely revealed as Caramel spotted out one of the players, but with the insertations coming through as well, Mr. Eagles, he's ready to give a little bit of backup. Cypher isolated on the fight here, but even then, they're not going to be able to find this kill for free. Mr. Deagle, he's ready to try and get the shutdown almost immediately, but it doesn't even matter. Caramel with a good kill, he's looking for the second, is he going to be able to find it? Neural Theft now online, but now stuck in a 1 versus 5 once again. Karamal still holding strong. Opportunity presented, and he can go in for a possible clutch. He has the rotation timing in his arsenal, plus the information that the last 2 players are inside of hookah.
Oh, that's big. This is big, but here comes the floodgates. It definitely has opened, but same goes with Karamal as well. He has the insight where the opponents are coming from. AK Demon, for now, he's the aggressive lad, wants to go ahead, initiate a trade, and that's where the deadlock will come into the picture. Karamal, he doesn't know what's going on. Does manage to get one, but instantly deploys his camera, gets the flick, and an ace for himself. This is the clutch of his life. What a way to bring the round.
That is the beauty of his experience. Just look at this lad. Not even shaking a little bit. His aim so pristine. Utilizing the camera as perfect bait as well. He placed the camera, immediately went in for the swing on the opposite side, knowing that someone might try to break it.
Hurts to be him. Hurts to be the deadlock.
Singular brilliance of Karamal never ceases to amaze us. Even with the early round victory for the intensity, it wasn't enough, Azora.
It's just a regular day at the office, man. This guy is built different. He knows what needs to be done. The situation looked so dire, and bringing in the ace was absolutely amazing. Panda, aggressive as always, but pays instantly for his deeds. I don't know why. Being the controller, you have no flashes. Nothing whatsoever. You can burn down, you have a molly, but that's pretty much it. Still on, he's managing to live up to his name.
Gonna be able to find one. Doxer with the multiple other frags, Legion. Last one remaining, but Salon puts the final nail on the coffin. Turnaround victory, ladies and gentlemen. It's Niory eSports. I have no idea how far they needed to dig to try and pull out this victory. But Karamal, with 32 frags to his name, pretty much took the entire team on his back, put them in a saddlebag. I have no idea where he put them, and just lugged them around one step at a time. And that one ace was the sprint that they needed and the push that was required to make sure his team crossed that finish line. On that momentum, how do you come back from that as a team when you're on the side of intensity? You got the first 2 kills. You got the first 2 kills. Forget the first 2 kills. You got 4. You had 4 with only a single cipher remaining. You lost the clutch. That will shatter the momentum of any team unless you have a pause coming in or some wise words from your coach. It's a heartbreak of a story for the members of Intensity.
Indeed. I mean, the moment the sonic sensors went boom, I thought that, all right, Karamal is done for. His information is revealed, the team is going to rotate, but the tripwire, the setup was absolutely picture perfect. They were busy shooting the utilities, and Karamal, he was busy shooting the opponents, and that's the beauty of it. The bait and switch instantly got him the fruit that he needed, and the round to clutch it all. Man, oh man, Karamal, the man, the legend. What a player, and yet, like you mentioned, aggressive. Bouncing back from that was impossible. Impossible. Sure. Unless you get some wise words or some pep talk right before the next round. Your morale, your mental game will always think about the clutch which Karamal just pulled off against you.
It's tough, but that's the way the game goes sometimes. The double sentinel setup, I loved every second of it. They showcase their strength, but the individual brilliance is something that you can't really counter now, can you? Even if you have the best composition in the entire world, if a player is just feeling it, and if he's able to hit shots like that, what can you do up against him?
Do not
the
mess with
tripwire placements, the 1v1 duels being given away. I understand that you gave away a lot of 1v1 duels very unnecessarily, especially when August took that fight from B spawn. There was no reason for it. We could have just waited and be like, hey, let them come in, let my teammates be in position, then I opted to go in for a swing. It could have been fine. But the isolated 1v1s being given away to Karamal because he expected to be better than him, it's pretty much what costed them big here. Team Intensity, they have a lot of talent on this roster. I loved their and their creativity. But finishing out a map is a skill by itself as well. And these experienced players, they've gone through the same problems in the past. I have said it before
Indeed,
as well.
they
When
have.
Caramel was on his previous rosters, their team just couldn't finish a map. They always got to the 12th round, but they were not able to close it out because closing out a map is a skill set that not many tier 1 teams have. And here,
True.
Team Intensity just fell into that problem.
See, I know for a fact that Intensity have a really strong game towards the start of the game. Amazing. They were like stallions, having some really good stamina, running across, sprinting, getting those rounds.
True.
They had no business in few, but still they managed to get those. But later on, as the rounds kept extending, their stamina kept gassing out, and that's where Niory eSports entire gameplay, the man, the myth, the legend, Caramel just chimed in. And post that, there was no recovery, man. There was no recovery. They could not do anything. With 32 kills, this man has been the perfect example of a lurker, of being Cypher in the map of Bind. On the other corner, no disregard towards, I'm not taking away credits from 69G as well. This man has right off the bat showcased some intense skills. From being the last second player in the previous map to the top performing player, I mean, kudos to this dude, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's still gonna keep his number 1 position on our top 4 players. Plus, he's still in the tournament, so he has multiple different opportunities to bring this one back when it comes down to the lower bracket one as well. I don't really know what to expect, but overall, MVP on the map being Caramel is not that big of a surprise. He was consistent in map number 1 and also in map number 2. Thinking about it overall, Kishi had a bit more of an underwhelming performance in this particular map, but I don't think it's a bad thing because Kishi did God's work in map
Yeah,
number
he did.
1.
He did.
Yeah, he
Map
deserves a
number
break
one
in map
as well
number
as
2.
map number 2 as well. I mean, the way he was utilizing all of his abilities, his utilities, Trailblazer, especially calling in the bluffs wherever the team was heading towards side B and saying that, you know what, we're going to make some noise and instantly run back towards side A. That's where the Trailblazer was coming in again and again through the teleporter, getting the information onto where the players exactly are. But Kishi, the man has stolen the spot of 69G. Thanks to today's performance, he is gonna stand at number 1 position with total MVPs being 3. It's neck to neck, man. It's neck to neck. And the kills, look at the way he has shined.
Another big surprise is Kishi. He was able to do that based upon one performance in map number 1. In map number 2, he had a better performance as a support, but in map number 1, he had a better performance as a fragment. Seemingly, the map of Lotus is something that you must ban out against this roster. You do not want to go up against Niory on this particular map. But Caramel making his own splashes here on the leaderboard, ladies and gentlemen. Number 2 on the level up leaderboard. If you want to see how the leaderboard works, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to check out our links down below in the description and follow us on our socials on Instagram to see exactly how we are positioning the players and distributing the points. Because I'm Batman still leading the charge. I don't know how he does it. Throughout all of the seasons, he's still here. And he wants that prize. The grind good is really bad.
I mean, kudos to Niory eSports. They've already made their way towards the grand finale. The first ticket has already been cut. But Intensity, they still have the opportunity to go ahead asking for another match, which is going to be a revenge matchup. Super interesting, super electrifying, but today's day, I believe we've already come down to a mere bits, right? Aggressive. The game was super exciting, super interesting. Upper bracket finals completely done. Now next you're going to see the lower bracket moving forward. What's it going to be? What's it going to look like? Which teams are going to head there? We're soon going to see that bracket. Soon we can understand what the gravity of the entire situation looks like. But Aggressive, how happy are you about today's gameplay?
I loved every single one. I'm really hoping to see Team Intensity bring back this exact playstyle in the lower bracket run. Come back even stronger in the upper brackets because Niory eSports, they got that one-way ticket. The lower bracket run, it is going to be a long one. That is
Grueling.
But for now, ladies and gentlemen, that's all that we have for you for today. Make sure to check out all the links down below and get yourself an SSD or even a RAM stick from our lovely sponsors at Crucial. And of course, if you're looking for a GPU to pair up with that intense RAM, make sure to check out Zodiac Gaming as well. If you want to see how those products that you want to buy will really perform and how to optimize it to the best of its own capabilities, check out our media partners at gossip.dt. They have a plethora of videos and articles that you can use to cover up any information that you were missing. For now, Boy Aggressive with the Zora are going to be signing on off with the eSports Club Showdown Series Season 3 Valorant powered by Crucial by Micron, with our GPU partners being Zodiac Gaming and our media partners gossip.gg. Good night and happy gaming.
When are you gonna upgrade your system? Alright, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
it.